Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're diving deep into the invisible systems that guide our world. We're going to synthesize some really fascinating insights from social dynamics, digital privacy, and psychology, all to decode the hidden scripts that influence, well, just about everything. I mean, really think about it. We all operate on the surface, right? Based on what we see and hear. But what if there's a whole other layer to it all? What if beneath every single interaction, every click online, every decision we make, there are these unspoken rules and hidden signals just playing out? You know, the sources we look at suggest that in any given moment, there are actually two conversations happening at once. You've got the one you hear, the actual words being spoken. But then there's the one happening between the lines. It's like when you ask a friend if they're okay and they say, "I'm fine," but their shoulders are slumped. They won't make eye contact. Their body's telling a completely different story. That right there, that's the conversation of signals. So to really get a handle on this, we're going to break down 3 of these incredibly powerful invisible scripts. We'll start with the social script that governs how we interact with each other. Then we'll look at the digital script that's tracking our every move online. And finally, we'll get to the most important one of all, the internal script that you write for yourself. All right, let's kick things off with a pretty provocative perspective from one of our sources. It frames human attraction as this amazing case study in social decoding. Now, just a heads up, this is one interpretation, but it offers a really fascinating way to look at the biological and psychological signals that, honestly, most of us miss completely. So, one of our sources, the channel Your Inner Mirror, puts forward this really challenging idea. They argue that when it comes to romance, we're not just dealing with conscious feelings or what's socially acceptable. There's a deeper, biological imperative at play. It's like we think we're playing checkers, when really a game of evolutionary chess is unfolding just beneath the surface. The source calls this concept hypergamy, and it's presented as this kind of hidden system, like a continuous, unconscious audit of a partner's competence, their leadership, their drive. Now, according to this view, it's not about consciously judging someone's worth. It's more about this deep-seated evolutionary need for security. You know, like watching how someone handles a crisis, or seeing how dedicated they are to their goals. Okay, so if this constant audit is happening, how does it actually work? Well, the source argues that because nobody likes direct rejection, signals of interest are often sent in a way that can be easily denied if they're not returned. It's a way of testing the waters without ever having to jump in completely. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Our source material takes these common phrases and totally reframes them. They call them things like symbolic hesitation or a departure test. The argument here is that these aren't actually stop signs. Instead, they're interpreted as green lights, opportunities for a man to demonstrate leadership and move things forward. And this just goes to show how much of the real communication happens non-verbally. The sources point to all these other cues, like biological ones, a change in vocal pitch, or psychological indicators, like when someone remembers tiny details about you, showing you're a priority, and even social dynamics, like pre-selection, the idea that someone becomes way more attractive once other people want them. So the big takeaway from this social script theory, it's like you are constantly being read. Your posture, your tone of voice, your actions, all of it. They're all signals being interpreted, consciously or not, by everyone around you. And that is the perfect bridge, because it's not just humans who are reading your signals. Let's pivot to our next script and see how this exact same idea plays out in a completely different world. Every single thing you do online, every click you make, every search you type, every video you pause on, it's a signal. And all of those signals are collected and woven together into a digital script that's constantly being read and analyzed by algorithms. Let's make this super concrete. If you look at Google's own privacy policy, even one simple search query leaves this incredibly detailed footprint. Look at this example on the slide. Your IP address gives away your location. The timestamp pins down the exact moment. The query itself reveals what you're interested in. And that cookie IP, that's like a unique fingerprint for your device. By themselves, they're just little data points. But together, they tell a very detailed story. And you better believe this digital script has a long, long memory. As Google's policy shows, different bits of your data are kept for different amounts of time. Sure, some stuff you can delete yourself, but other data, the stuff that tracks your activity, that's kept until you delete your entire account. And some of it is kept even longer for legal reasons. Your digital past is way more permanent than you think. So all these signals, your YouTube recap, those ads that seem to read your mind, they're all used to build a profile. It's like a digital ghost of you, a data-driven model that's used to understand, predict, and ultimately influence what you do next. Just like that social script, it's constantly reading you, and you probably don't even notice. Okay, this brings us to our final and honestly the most powerful script of them all. This one isn't read from you by other people or by algorithms. This is the script that is written by you. This is your internal script. As speaker Sadia Khan points out, this internal script isn't about what you say you are. It's about what your life quietly demonstrates, day in and day out. It's shown through your actions, through your consistency. That kind of self-respect becomes the foundation for how everyone else sees you and trusts you. So the crucial point here is that this whole thing starts with your self-narrative. It's the story you have on repeat in your own mind, whether you see yourself as capable, as resilient, or if you see yourself as a victim of your circumstances. That story directly shapes your actions, and believe it or not, it literally becomes your external reality. When we look across all the sources, this clear picture starts to emerge of what it really means to write your own script. It's about emotional resilience, that quiet confidence that just says, I got this, even when things get tough. It's about having a purpose that keeps your life moving forward, totally independent of anyone else's approval. It's having the self-respect to evaluate situations instead of feeling like you're auditioning for a part. And it's having the clarity to walk away from anything that doesn't align with your standards. So let's tie this all together. What is the key takeaway from all this? We've explored these powerful external scripts, right? The social one, the digital one, they're constantly reading us, trying to define us based on our signals. But the most powerful script, the one that truly matters, that's the one you control. You see, being aware of the external scripts, that's like a form of modern literacy. It helps you understand the game being played around you. But mastering your internal script, that's what lets you define the outcome. And in the end, it really comes down to this one choice. Understanding the systems that are trying to write your story for you is the absolute first step to picking up the pen and deciding to author it yourself. Thanks for watching.